A massive explosion shattered government and other buildings in Norway's capital today. At least 2 people were killed and several injured. In an apparent unrelated development, a person dressed as a policeman opened fire at a youth camp. There are reports of many injuries, and we've just gotten word of an arrest. Joining us now from London is Nima Elbagir. Nima, what is the latest you have on the explosion and news of this arrest?
Well, even as the police in Oslo are still evacuating people from around the scene of the bombing near the Prime Minister's office, we're hearing that a gunman dressed as a police officer opened fire on the annual summer camp of the ruling party's youth wing, the Labour Party's youth wing. Traditionally, every year, the former Prime Minister and the current Prime Minister visit that summer camp. Our understanding is that the current Prime Minister was due there tomorrow. Police said that they are sending anti-terror units to try and gain control of that situation.
And any claims yet of responsibility in terms of the bombing?
We haven't had any serious claims, but what we are seeing on a lot of the pro-jihad forums is a lot of celebration, a lot of jubilation. They said that the Mujahideen, the Islamic extremists, promised revenge after Osama bin Laden's death, and many of those on the extremist fringes of the Islamic movements believe that this is now that revenge. In fact, one just posted that Europe, there is more coming. Many in the intelligence community that I've been speaking to say that their concern is that if it is an Islamic extremist group that has carried out this attack, that this was done because they believe that Norway was a soft target. You've had several Al-Qaeda franchises like Al-Qaeda in Yemen attempting to hit out at Europe and the United States, and they believe that they might have tried to hit Norway because they didn't think that their security was really as strong as it could have been.
Do you have any details? I know we don't know exactly who did this yet, but do you have any details in terms of how they pulled it off? I mean, where were these bombs? Where were the explosions? How were they detonated?
Well, eyewitnesses say that there are the remains of a car in front of the Prime Minister's office, the center of the scene where that blast was detonated, which has led many eyewitnesses and indeed many officials to surmise, they have not confirmed this 100% yet, that it could have been a car bomb. And it is that is leading people to believe that this could be quite a sophisticated operation that we've seen Al-Qaeda pull off in the past, to control that much of an explosive, to detonate it without harming yourself. This isn't an amateur operation that we've seen carried out in Oslo.
And Nima, I just want to update our viewers. We're just getting word from Oslo police that 7 have been killed, 2 seriously wounded. What is the scene, as far as you know, on the streets of Oslo right now?
Our understanding is that they are still evacuating people from that scene. Police are not yet fully in control of the scene of that explosion. One of the main concerns they have is for the people that are still trapped within that building. They believe that that death toll will continue to rise when police and the emergency services manage to get in. And now it's obviously a race against time to get in and try and save those who could still be alive.
And give me an idea, Nima, if you could, just in terms of Oslo. I mean, Oslo, you mentioned it was a soft target, but has it been targeted before?
Last year, there was an operation, a cell that was broken apart by Swedish, Norwegian and Danish police working together. 3 Islamic extremists who were believed to be trying to target the Danish newspaper that published the cartoons that many in the Islamic world found so offensive in its depiction of the Prophet Muhammad. And a lot of people are worried that this could be one of the reasons that this attack was carried out today, because after those original cartoons were published by the Danish newspapers, they were then republished by a Norwegian paper and then republished again last year. So this is an ongoing sense of outrage amongst militant groups in the Islamic world that the Norwegians continue, they feel, to insult the Prophet Muhammad. And also there is Norway's involvement with NATO in Afghanistan and Norway's involvement currently in the strikes against Libya. So there is a lot of concern that's leading to this speculation that this could be an extremist group attacking today.
Nima Elbagir, thank you. I just want to bring our viewers up to date one more time here that 7 people have been killed, according to Oslo police, 2 seriously wounded. And now Reuters is actually reporting that there is a connection between the bombing there in Oslo and the youth camp shooting that Nima was giving us those details about.